Alright, what do we got here? We got the size of Australia versus other countries. Yeah, wow. You can really see how big Australia is. It's like half of the European countries that fit in. And still, there is so much space between the countries. Wow. And we just look at the population. It's like, what does Australia have? Like 20 million? Yeah, like 25 million. That's nothing compared to like these maybe 3 to 400 million people who live in the countries. And like all this stuff in the middle is just all wastelands. Can't imagine how powerful Australia would be if they had all this land habitable. Map of German dialects. What do we got here? Yeah, obviously there's like Bavarian in the south, or like from Baden-Württemberg, Saxon, Dutch. Yeah, it's like a more own language, but okay. Also, these old German territories over here, like the most famous ones are obviously like the Saxon and the Bavarian. If they speak very harsh Bavarian, like real Bavarian. You as a North German who speaks Hochdeutsch, like High German, the clear German without a dialect, most of the time just can't really understand them. That's almost like an own language. It's like a very, very hard dialect. Same as like with Saxony, also very hard dialects. Not the same as Bavarian, but similar in some ways. What do we also got here? Like, yeah, it's going like to the north of Belgium, like today's Poland, Austria, Switzerland. Yeah, cool. Tenochtitlan. I don't know what was like the Aztec capital. At least it looks very cool. Look at it. Wow, who made that? Like go to Mexico, though it has to be in the sea. I think that was the Aztec capital. Chichen Itza? No, that's something different. But ooh, that looks so cool. How did they make that? Please tell me in the comments if you know how they made that, because it like looks like very high quality with the pyramids and everything. Nice, but it really doesn't look. Well, why would you build your city in a freaking lake? I think it's because there was an eagle on a cactus who ate a snake. I think that's like the legend, but I don't know. It looks more maybe habitable like on these islands. The background, I guess at least. So crazy stuff. Countries that are de jure democracies. So basically countries that are officially democracies, even though they aren't. Like Russia, China, North Korea are all officially democratic countries. Like North Korea, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, which is obviously BS, but still, then we got countries that are officially aren't democracies. Like Afghanistan over here, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Oman, what that says, Qatar? I think it's Qatar. And also this is Brunei, Brunei. I think like a microstate with Sultan. And then the Pope, the Vatican. Yeah, true. But I don't think they really need democracy for like 300 people, so yeah, I think it's not that such a problem like these other countries with a king. So yeah, obviously we got that here countries that aren't a democracy but claim to be, and then we got a lot of democracies that are actually democracies. Yeah, I think it's very, very fascinating that so many countries that are obviously dictatorships, like for example China, still claim to be democratic, even everybody knows except their own population that they aren't democratic. A map of legal status of, I think it's, are these the magic mushrooms, or how they called? In 2023, we see literally everywhere in Africa and Asia it's completely illegal. Then we got in Europe, what's it? Partially legal, decriminalized. Like we got Italy, some of the former Austro-Hungarian nations, Netherlands, Iberia. And then in some countries in South America and in like Canada and Mexico. In the US, that's weird. They are like everywhere illegal except in, I think it's Colorado, and that is Oregon. Okay, I don't know why. Isn't like magic mushroom a pretty hard drug? So I wonder why these are illegal. For medical use they are illegal. Okay, but why are they illegal in like Peru, Brazil, and Bulgaria? The back, happy penguins. I think they don't need the mushrooms. Corruption index of 2022. Alright, we got Germany with 79. So I think that's pretty good, or it's okay at least. Who's better? Denmark has the most, yeah. Like the Nordics are good at everything, they're better at everything than every other country. Denmark, Finland, New Zealand, Norway, Singapore, okay. Sweden, Switzerland, Netherlands. Then comes Germany, Ireland, Luxembourg, Hong Kong, and then Australia. Yeah, like what's the US? Yes, with 69, okay. And what are the worst? Chad? No, it's Chad. Comoros, Nicaragua, Turkmenistan, Burundi, Equatorial Guinea, Haiti, North Korea, well, who can measure that, right? Libya, Yemen, doesn't even really exist, but Venezuela, South Sudan, Syria, Somalia. Yeah, like all of Africa, Asia, and most of South America doesn't do so well with corruption, don't they? I'm surprised. I thought there would be more anti-corruption. Even in Europe, look at that. There's so many corruption. Spain, Ukraine, and the Balkan. Crazy. That's so sad. I thought we would have a stronger fight against corruption. Nations without a universal healthcare system. Yeah. I think we all know the one big outlier. I look at you, big North American country. But also a lot of East Africa and Central Africa doesn't have. I mean, they have other problems, but still, like their neighbors have. Like Qatar has South Sudan, Oman, and Indonesia doesn't have. I wonder why. And Bangladesh, the UAE. Okay, interesting. I thought it would be way less. I didn't thought Indonesia, Bangladesh, and Egypt, Paraguay. I thought it would be like something with the Fahrenheit or imperial system. But okay, most popular video streaming service in countries around the world. All right. By numbers of subscribers. Yeah, Netflix is dominating in literally almost all of Europe. I expected that. And they got in the US and Canada Prime Video. I really don't like Prime Video. It feels like always so clunky and so unsmooth. Netflix feels like very smooth, and Prime Video like very slow and stuff. We got in the most of the Arabic world something I have never heard and won't even try to pronounce. Oh, I think it's called Shahid, I guess. Then we got Netflix in 78 countries, the most popular. Channel Plus. I never heard of that. Channel Plus. Where's that dominant? Like West and Central Africa. Okay, interesting. Also in Afghanistan, Prime Video. In China, I have no idea. Yeah, it's just really dominating Netflix. Doesn't surprise anyone, I think, but still. Very, very strong dominance. Oh, also what's done here in Africa? In all these South and East African countries. Showmax, never heard of that. Like in Disney Plus, it's just only in a few countries. Oh, only in one, only India. Okay, in North Korea we got no data. That doesn't surprise anyone. Also Mongolia Netflix. That's like a random outlier. Everyone else has something different and they have Netflix. Okay. Where the world wants to move. So basically where the citizens of a country want to move. What do we have here? The US and Canada have Japan. Okay, Japan has the UK. I feel like that's random. UK with Canada, as you can see that. France with Canada, yeah. With Quebec, sure. Spain to France. Portugal to the Netherlands. And the Netherlands to Spain. Okay. Almost all of the former Spanish Empire in South America wants to go to Spain, and Brazil to Portugal. That's clear. What did Germany got? We got Switzerland. Okay. And our neighbors, Italy, Austria, also Switzerland. Okay. Denmark wants to go to Norway, that makes sense. Iceland to Denmark, Finland and Sweden to Spain. And then a lot of the Balkan, Turkey wants to go to Germany. Okay, I mean we need workers, you can come here. All of South Africa wants to go to Canada. Yeah, I can see that. You have a good life there. And Mozambique wants to move to Portugal. Yeah. I mean, Mozambique, former Portuguese colony. Yeah, makes sense. India wants to go to Canada. Like, everybody wants to go to Canada. Russia to the USA. I think it's a little bit hard at the moment. Okay. New Zealand with Fiji. Okay, cool. I think it's really expensive there. And then a lot of Southeast Asia and Pacific area wants to go to Japan. And Vietnam to South Korea. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you live very high standard of living there. That makes sense. Israel to Australia. And then all of the Arabian countries to Qatar. Sadly, there aren't any infos for like South Korea, China, Chaz. That would be cool too. But all in all, 7.5 out of 10. Good map. Map of the Republic of Ireland, where Irish is spoken daily. Yeah, that's sad. That language is dying out, Jesus. I know in like 300, 400 years ago this was like everywhere. But, I mean, Sure, if you are under British control for hundreds of years and they try to destroy your culture, or more or less, and your language, I can see if your language starts dying out, but still, that's dramatic. So dramatic, like your country's original language almost doesn't exist anymore. Like over up there and down and in the west and some in the east. Yeah, the east and in the south and the north. Yeah. And I don't think that will come back. Like, if you speak English, you wouldn't learn Irish anymore greatly or back to your mother language, I guess. It isn't just as useful as English. Oh, we got a rare map of the Bosnian War of 1995. Horrible wars. Yugoslavian wars was just stupid and yeah, why? You're all the same. I mean, they have so similar history and so similar culture. I don't really see why we should fight against each other. We got up here Bosnia won November 1995. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Republika Srpska. I think that was like the Serbian invasion stuff. The Croatian Republic of Bosnia. Don't know anything about it, but okay. What's done here? Dayton Agreement. Signed in 1995, the Dayton Agreement ended the 3.5-year-long Bosnian War. Signed by Bosnia, Milosevic, Bosnia, Serbia, Tutman, Croatia, Clinton, US President, Major from the UK, Chirac, France, Kohl, Germany, Chergovin, Russia, and Gonzales, EU. The agreement created two entities within Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serb and Bosniak populated, and Republika Srpska, Serb populated. The peace agreement secured lasting peace between the two entities and between Bosnia, Serbia, and Croatia. Yeah, it's sad that we need agreements and split countries so we have peace. I mean, come on, it's just so stupid that we fight for that, over that. I don't see the point. But you can see it's almost completely the same as like the frontline wars in the war. So just said, stop there, you get that, and that's it. Like, okay, you got here Sarajevo back to the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina, but still, horrible war. But interesting map, I like it. And this is hardly the last map, but we got US states renamed for countries with similar GDPs. From 2017 we got from 30 million up to 3.8 trillion. Jesus. Okay, which is the highest, like Wyoming, Montana, really low. Also Arkansas, I think that's Arkansas. And Mississippi also very low. But then we got states like California with almost 3 trillion in GDP, or Florida with Indonesia, Texas with Canada, South Korea with New York. Yeah, you just see that the East Coast is just a lot more developed, such higher GDP than like that stuff in Montana, Wyoming, and Dakotas. It's like, okay, there lives nobody, but still. Also, nobody's surprised. Alaska, very low. And I'm surprised that the New England states up here are so low, like Vermont, is that Vermont? Vermont with Libya, New Hampshire with Ethiopia, and Maine with Panama. Okay, yeah. Everywhere around the coast it's like way higher than inside. Also the Great Lakes, the old car industry is also still very strong, at least. You can see the GDP is still very strong. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, subscribe. I will upload every 1 or 2 days. And please like and write a comment, that helps with the motivation and the YouTube algorithm. So have a great day.